Oh no. So this poor bee was thirsty and the water was too deep for him. I'm going to pile some rocks in here. I'll get you some water. Hang tight, buddy. Okay. So if they do fall in, they have something closer that they can grab onto. Or something they can just have a little shallow spot. Alright, so it's very important to have water for your pollinators. I have another spot I want to fill up. Okay, on top of the rain barrels. And over by the herb garden. I can't find my favorite nozzle. It's probably buried in the overgrown hostas somewhere. So I have this one that leaks at the connection area there now. But let's fill up some more of these shallow areas for the pollinators. I do have to clean that. It's a little deep. Oops, yeah. That's a little deep, but I do see the blue jays drinking out of that. Okay, I found it right between the cherry trios. These I started from seed. And I see I have a pollinator here. Do you need water on this side too? Hopefully I've averted any more pollinators from drowning. And it's Saturday, and that means it's Garden Tour Saturday. I'm part of two collaborations. One is with Grandma Sandy, Garden Tour Saturday, and one is with Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden. Let's share our plant success or disaster stories. But today I want to talk about my new obsession with roses. I've been bitten by the rose bug and I have about 10 plants so far. In these two containers here, 1 and 2 over here, are the oh so Italian ice rose bushes. This is a climber. It's 2 years old. It's doing beautifully. It smells like a rose. This one is a knockout rose, and I just cut off some very old branches and put it in like a tree form. It's very old, but it still blooms on top, so we'll see how that goes. This is the bee garden. This is the original flower garden that I built, that I planted up. So we have some nice flowers going here, hopefully to attract some pollinators. Gets a little shady over here, but in the corner here by the bistro garden, I have this beautiful, beautiful rose bush that is like coral color. Just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. But over here, I have this rose bush that is called Rosa multiflora. And this is an invasive weed. This is the rose bush that you see rambling on the highways, exit ramps, roadsides. I mean, they attract the pollinators like crazy, but they are so aggressive and they take over. I do have another one coming up here that I keep cutting back. I actually keep the clippers here because my goal is to keep cutting it back so that it does not see the light of day, you know, and eventually the whole root will die down if you don't let one leaf see the light of day. Or you can dig up the whole thing. But also in this corner I have the purple coneflower echinacea growing here, and I have the purple-eyed daisy, just beautiful. Just gonna sit here a second. So I have these two bushes here. These are the hydrangeas. They're gonna be blue. I just knocked this over. But what you see here are potatoes. So I have potatoes in the ground here, and I'm going to harvest them as soon as the potatoes flower and die back. But on the other side of the potatoes is the baptisia. In front of the potatoes that you don't really see here, I have salvia growing up here, and the bugs are loving that one. I have Coreopsis tick seed coming up here. It's going to be little yellow daisies. Another salvia there. But this is the blueberry Sunday baptisia. Okay, over here I have a lily coming up, two lilies. This is a daylily, and this is the other type of lilies. And I have another purple coneflower here, a peony that's not blooming, another hydrangea, and these are going to be Shasta daisies. On the other side of this forsythia bush, I'm in the process of planting up all my peppers. And these are bay leaves. This is a bay leaf tree. Looks like it's got something going on there. Here what I have is the Weigelia that I protected is growing nicely. I also protected the lupine that was next to it. I didn't want anything to happen to that, but it looks like I can take this cage off. And then this cage can definitely come off. This is the tobacco plant, jasmine. And then back here, these are the poppies that I winter sown, coming up nicely, but they're small. They'll be bigger next year. And over here in this pot, I have Joe Pye weed. Peppers, my caging for the tomatoes. This is a flowering cherry tree, and this is an azalea. Here in this corner, I have Mrs. Moon lungwort. And this is a holly. I think is it the Oakland holly? I'm not sure. It's a holly. Let's see if I can put the name up here. But I have everything in pots because there's so many roots back here that I can't get anything in the ground. That's why I have lots of potting back here. Except for, I think in the front I'll be able to plant something in the ground next year, but I had nowhere to put the peppers this year, so this is what I decided to do. So on the oval garden, I have lots of Dusty Miller, Lamb's Ear, doing so good, Lissum, and you can see the echinaceas coming up everywhere. This is going to be in the fall. This is Autumn Joy, another Autumn Joy, and I have some nice yarrow. And you can see I do have another knockout rose in the center of this oval garden. Just beautiful glowing color. So actually that would make it 11 rose bushes, rose plants that I have. Okay, coming around the other side is a very neglected side, and I purchased these rose bushes to help encourage me to clean up this area. You know, because this here is a hydrangea. It's going to be a beautiful, what's it called? Strawberry Sunday hydrangea. I really just need to clean up this area, and I think this climbing rose here is going to encourage me to do that. But look at this beautiful rose. Look at this. So this one is a climbing, it's part of a series of Good Day Sunshine, and this one's called Rosa. Okay, and then this one over here, it looks like the Oso Italian Ice colors. You know, see the yellow and the pink, but this is called the Painter Rose. Just so pretty. And then I have the two David Austin roses over by the tomato garden. We'll take a look at that in a second. Let's just walk down the deck garden over here. Lots of daylilies coming up, and these type of lilies. I have some more yarrow coming up back there. And this is the liatris coming up here in front of the peonies. And this here, also in front of the peonies, is foxgloves. Okay, so we have a couple of nice foxglove plants here. This one is a volunteer that came up, so that'll be nice. Daylilies getting their buds on them. This is the purple-eyed daisy, just like in the back bistro corner. Another one here. And here I planted today was Veronica and the Lantana. So this is Veronica and this is Lantana. So the Veronica is a perennial and the Lantana is an annual, but I had to put a lot more soil here because for some reason the tulip bulbs were up on the surface, so I had to bury them up a little better. And over here is the Coreopsis tick seed, and I keep taking from here and putting it in other places. And this tree here is a pink myrtle. And look at these vines. I have got to get these vines down. Take this off too, because it says it's a white myrtle, but it's pink. But look at these morning glories just choking out everything. I forgot I wanted to show you my disaster story today from Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden Collab. This here on the oval garden. What happened to this? This is the black-eyed Susan. Completely root rotted, eaten away or something. What a disaster. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Pill bugs. I have a serious pill bug problem. Can you see that? Crying out loud. Look at all those pill bugs. All right, that's my disaster story. I got to get the pill bugs under control, that's for sure. I have another black-eyed Susan over here that's not doing so good. I better pull that up, see what's going on underneath before that one gets a little chewed up or whatever. It really should be doing much better. All right, so that's the end of that. Let's look at this beautiful climbing zucchini here. Zucchinis are doing great. The garlic is doing great. The kale's doing great. I did plant a vertisage black cherry tomato plant there. And I have some cabbage doing really good. The cucumbers are doing great. I have a pepper plant over here. Carrots are growing. Everything's doing good over here except for it gets a lot of sun. I think I need to add some kind of shade over here now that that big tree was taken down. Okay, so let's get over to the tomato beds. Okay, this plant here is David Austin's Olivia Rose. I mean, you don't have to put your nose even near it. It just, you can smell it just as soon as you get into this area. Amazing, beautiful. I do have to spray. I don't think I sprayed in time. Looks like the leaves are getting a little diseased. And this one is the Jekyll. David Austin's Jekyll Rose. I'm going to have to find the proper name for that, but some of the roses are on their way out for this first flush, but they'll come back a couple of times in the season. Okay, so this garden bed is starting to look a little wild. Let's check out these artichokes. They're taller than me. I'm 5'2". This one is taller than me. Now, I noticed ants crawling on them. So whenever you see ants on your plant or vegetable, there's something going on. So what these ants are doing is they're farming. They are farming these black aphids. So I have got a spray. I have a little spray gun. I'm gonna put some soapy, oily mixture in it and spray these down. So otherwise they're doing fine. Tomatillas are doing fine. Cherries are doing fine. I did limb them up a bit. So you can see I did limb up these plants, and I got to keep an eye on them. So these tomato plants have about 1.5 feet between them, but they're going to share the one trellis. So when they get bigger, I'm going to tie them closer to the trellis. So these two are going to share a trellis. The others get their own trellis. I have to put in here yet. These two are going to share a trellis. Though they're far apart, they're going to be fine. Same thing over here. I have peas growing. See, the peas are coming in, and when they're done, these will be ready to trellis, and they're going to share with their neighbor tomatoes over there. I know it looks like a jungle. It's got to get cleared out, and it will in July when this garlic comes up. Oh, look! Garlic scapes. All right. These garlics are 1 to 2 weeks away from being harvested. And I'm going to have to pull these scapes out as soon as they start, they need to grow a little more and curl a little more. And I'm going to pull them, and I'm going to make some garlic scape pesto. That's exciting. Let's check out this garlic. Yep, garlic scapes. Here they are. I see them. They're not quite long enough or curly enough to take out yet. And garlic over here. Yep. A week or two, and this garlic's done. Okay, so I have a row of Romas, and I have a row of San Marzanos. And then I have tomato plants that have no home. And then here I have like beef steaks, some big slicers here. I have to get the fencing up from the back garden there. And I have some strawberries turning color. Look at those. Oh, this one got a slug. So hopefully I can harvest some soon. I see some turning red. That's beautiful. Sorry about that. I think my battery died. But anyway, a nice cluster of strawberries in there I'm going to harvest. And let me show you the pumpkins. Jarradales here. Tokyo Blues. Got the Daisy Girls. Daisy Gourds. I gotta call them Daisy Girls. Here. And this is the Gremlins. Two little gremlins. Now look at those leaves. Don't they look like zucchini leaves? Very interesting. Well, that's it for Garden Tour Saturday. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I'll see you guys soon.